Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining me and thank you for your continued support. The storm is blowing very wild out there. I hope you guys are keeping safe as much as you possibly can. Right, today I'm going to be talking about a new review. Now, Wes Streeting has talked about this over the last day or two, and basically they want to do a review of mental health diagnosis to see if mental health issues are being overdiagnosed. Now, if that wasn't concerning enough, the person who they have asked to do this is someone who has a track record for not being very sympathetic, shall we say. Let's take a look at the article and I'll show you what I mean. Controversial professor to investigate overdiagnosis of mental health and neurodivergence for Labour. Labour is launching a review to decide whether some mental health and neurodivergence issues are being overdiagnosed. The Health Service Journal reports that a highly controversial figure will play a lead role. The review has been ordered by Wes Streeting, Secretary of State for Health and Social Care. According to the HSJ, the chair of the review will be psychoanalyst and clinical psychologist Peter Fognay. The vice chair will be the hugely diversive academic Sir Simon Wesley, Professor of Psychological Medicine at the Institute of Psychiatry, Psychology and Neuroscience, King's College. Back in 2011, the Times called Wesley the most hated doctor in Britain. He was widely regarded by people living with ME and CFS as having popularised the idea that ME and CFS is primarily a psychological condition rather than a physical health one. Amongst other things, this made it much more difficult for people with debilitating ME and CFS to score points for physical health activities when applying for benefits. As a result of his publications, Wesley says that he was threatened and harassed to such an extent that he gave up his research and went to work for the military in Iraq and Afghanistan, where he claimed he felt safer. So it is more than a little surprising that Wesley was chosen to play such a prominent role in research that could be just as controversial as his work on ME and CFS. Especially as there is a strong probability that many people will consider the outcome of the research a foregone conclusion, with the government heavily leaning in one direction. Back in March, the minister behind this review told the BBC that there was an overdiagnosis of mental health conditions and that there were too many people being written off. Streeting's comments came in the context of Labour preparing to announce massive cuts to personal independence payment, which they were substantially forced to drop following a backbench revolt. Now, I'll leave a link to that article down in the description below. Sadly, the original article, which is based off, is behind a paywall, so unless you're already subscribed or you want to subscribe to it, you won't be able to read it, unfortunately. But it's just another way that they're cracking the whip, isn't it, in terms of getting people out of benefits. And rather than helping people, they're just trying to stop it happening, which is ridiculous because it is happening and everyone knows it's happening. As I've said before, and as people on the channel have said before, what they need to do is to do more research and more support for people with mental health problems and neurodivergence issues, rather than just saying to people, well, it's being overdiagnosed. Yeah, too many people are diagnosing it. And this is the problem when the government get involved in medical issues like this, because okay, sometimes the government needs to be involved in medical issues if there is a certain problem with them, or if there is something that needs to be addressed. But in this situation, what they're trying to do is just to save money. They just don't want as many people claiming benefits for these conditions as they were before. So rather than saying, well, we're going to put more money in and more effort into treating or helping people manage these conditions, that rather than saying that, they're saying, well, obviously they're being too overdiagnosed, so we'll change the criteria, we'll change the assessment process so that people with those conditions won't get benefits. That's the whole reason for this this new review, and it really is just shocking the amount of times they're doing this, and doing this not just to mental health but to lots of other conditions as well. And of course, this guy Wesley is not going to be coming down favourably, I don't think, on the side of mental health and neurodivergence. I think he's going to come down heavily on it, and I think that there are going to be severe issues with his report when it comes out. Let me know down in the comment section what you think about this. I think I already know what you're going to say, but thank you anyway for letting me know down in the comments what you think about it. Please do subscribe if you got this far, and I'll see you next time.